What's up, everybody? It's Matt Johnson. We are back with another episode of Real Estate Uncensored. This is the place where you get actionable ideas, insight, and inspiration to turn your real estate career into a life of freedom. We've got an awesome repeat guest back with us. Amy B is here, and we are talking all about tech, tools, and people. Some of the first steps that we can take to leverage our own time, effort, and energy so that we get more stuff done without doing a bunch of stuff ourselves, which I love that topic. We're also going to talk about how to right-size your real estate business, how to find the right structure for you so that it's fun and sustainable and free. You have freedom in your life in real estate, which a lot of people don't ever get. So we've got a bunch of fun stuff to get into. We've got a fun person to have on the show. But first, let me welcome the official fun blanket himself, Greg McDaniel, the Junior Grandmaster. What's up today?
I am a fun blanket. I mean, I had a face blanket for all of you guys that weren't watching this live. I had a beard that was growing out of control, so I decided to go shave that off today. I feel like I lost quite a bit of weight, actually. You were giving me massive amounts of shit about not doing pre-show with you and Amy, and I was trying to get the idea for the title for the show, and you're like, well, since you weren't paying attention to us and talking to Eileen, and I'm like, hey, dickhead. Accepting overpriced offers is what we do. So this is kind of takes a little bit of precedence. We just had an agent that we did a $20,000 price reduction on one of our properties, and the lady calls in. She's like, "Yeah, we're going to give you we're going to offer you this price over significantly over our price." And I'm like, okay. Did you not see the price reduction? She's like, "Yeah, that's cool. We're still going to offer this, and you know what? We're going to split all these different terms, and our county is not typical to split all this stuff. It's usually a seller charge." She's like, "Yeah, we'll just split that." No, she's not looking for anything in regards to any kind of offers of cash or anything. It's just a straight up clean deal, like less than 25-day close, perfect offer. It's like a rubber stamp yes. And you have the audacity to cut me down when I'm making my living. I never tell you not to do the podcast, Matt. This is my living.
All right. There's
way
too many squishy emotions going on right here. All right, first of all, let's skip all the emotional crap and let's get to Amy B. Amy, what's up today?
Hey, how are you guys?
Good.
In sunny California.
Man, well, I wish I could say it was sunny. It's sadly not today. We're still in the throes of June gloom, but that's okay.
It's sunny in Northern California, Matt. North is best. You know this.
How dare you?
Northern California is best.
How dare you? You guys invented the word hella. You guys should be kicked out of the state just for that alone.
You're a transplant. I'm a fifth generation. How dare you strike me down?
All right. So, Amy, catch us up. For those that didn't catch your previous episodes, let people know kind of where you're at, what you do, and then we'll dive into some of the things that you've got to share with us today.
Sure. Happy to do that. I'm Amy Broghamer. I'm a real estate agent out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Been in the business for lucky number 13 years now. Sold about $100 million in total, about 500 homes. I have a really small team, and we sell about 50 homes a year. Our business is mostly repeat and referral clients. And then a couple years ago, I decided that I wanted to share with my fellow agents how to sell 100% of their listings and completely stand out, against other agents and win more listings and sell them faster. So I put together a program that I've been on with a couple times, the Sell 100% of Your Listings course. And since then, everybody wants the same thing for buyers. So I put together the Buyer One at the end of last year. And that's out, and all that's at amyb.com/courses. And I just got a big announcement at the end of the interview today with some next steps. But a lot of what I do is considered training. So I'm sharing what I know with other agents, not necessarily coaching, right? Mm-hmm. Coaching is more asking a lot of questions and guiding people to their answers. Yes. And I hear so much criticism out there on Facebook groups and this and that about training and people that do training and people that do coaching and this and that, and how they say, oh, well, that person doesn't even sell real estate or has never sold real estate before. I just want to make an announcement that it is really freaking hard to sell real estate actively and do training, coaching, speaking, whatever that is. So I think people should give more respect to the people that are still in the business, actively doing it and juggling, sharing with the world what they're doing, because they're also creating better competition for themselves while they're sharing all these great tools. So,
Sure.
Speak it. Speak
but
it.
yeah, that's what.
Well, anytime you put yourself out there. Yeah, down with the haters. Yeah, anytime you put yourself out there, you're definitely we open ourselves up to whether it's criticism, good, bad, unfounded, founded, whatever the case is. Yeah, we're going to get it all. It's definitely not easy. And I think people that have not, I would say, successfully built and established their real estate career quite yet can't really appreciate what it takes not only to do that, but then to streamline it, leverage yourself out to the point where you even have free time to do anything else.
Yes.
I just interviewed a gal this morning who she's in national painting competitions all across the country. And so she has her team structured so that when she needs to, she can take off and literally leave town because she enters her paintings and wins competitions with them all around the country. And that is not, like, not only does that take a lot out of you to build a real estate business that will give you that kind of freedom, but then you're using that freedom to do something that's incredibly mentally taxing, like that level of creative act. And training and coaching is the same way. People that have never done it have no idea just how mentally taxing and exhausting it is to try to train and coach people to success.
Exactly. And like you said, first of all, you have to learn how to run a profitable business. Then you have to learn how to systematize it so that you can step away, right?
Right.
So that you can do this other thing. And I think it's hilarious when people ask me, well, how many listings did you sell last year? And I'll say, 20 or something. They'll be like, well, that's not very much. Well, I can't sell 50 listings when I'm doing this too. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, exactly.
I feel lucky that I can refer those and still make money on them. And I have a system or a process in place to do that. So that all takes us back to the topic for today, which is really building a team and leveraging and knowing where you can and cannot leverage, what can and cannot be leveraged, and the different tools that you can use to do that. Because I don't know about you guys, but I've seen some agents out there that are killing themselves working ungodly hours, and they just don't know how to either set standards and say no, or they don't know how to systematize and streamline, and it's killing them.
Agreed. Well, actually, we've got a really good question that came up that you are probably really well equipped to answer, and it kind of leads into what we're going to talk about anyway, but it's a very interesting and unusual problem. So this is from Vicky Stodden. This is in the lead gen description objections, and you may have spotted this question. Vicky says, this might not be the best page for this, but I'll give it a try anyway. Does anybody have experience or specializes in land sales or have a lot of listings to juggle? We are a 2-person team and have 232 active listings, plus occasionally serving buyer clients too. Now, I'm assuming the reason they're asking about land is because those 230 listings, a good chunk of them must be either undeveloped or plotted land or whatever, where there's a lot of listings in, maybe it's a certain area or something like that. But either way, I mean, it's still a lot of listings. I don't know how many of them are resale. But let's, Amy, I'm curious, like, let's say somebody dropped a huge deal out of the sky in your lap right now, and you all of a sudden had that problem. I'm just curious, how would you think that through? What are some of the things that you would think about, and what are some of the tools or techniques that you would look to help you handle, if a bunch of listings just fell out of the sky and into your lap?
Well, I just always follow my process every single time, no matter what. I know that if I follow the process that's been proven and has worked time and time again, I won't miss a step. I won't get overwhelmed. So I just start with the pre-qualification. I establish the motivation. I make sure that they're a fit for me. If they are, I move them forward to the next step. They understand what the expectations of working with me are. They understand what's going to happen next, and next. If they like it, great. If they don't, they can find somebody else. And if it's not a fit for me personally, which happens when I get busier and busier, my standards kind of change and I filter out more and more people. I have people that I will refer them to so that I can still have a level of service and responsibility for them, but still not be responsible for doing the whole transaction. So what's helped me really well say no is always having a go-to agent or teammate that I can refer to for different situations. So if it's, investment property, if it's a rental, if it's commercial, that's not what I do. So I immediately will refer it to my partner. And then that keeps me in my lane with what I do, if that makes sense.
100%. Love it. Greg, what say you? What would you do if somebody dropped 230 listings in your lap right now, other than throw yourself off your balcony?
Shit my pants. But in a good way and a bad way. I mean, that's a lot of stress. But you know exactly right. You follow your process. You take it one bite at a time. That's how you eat an elephant, is one bite at a time. You can't handle 230 listings. No team, can handle 230 listings being dropped into your lap. But unless you're a complete brokerage, that's an impossibility. So you have to structure, how they're going to be phased into your business. Develop your structure and stick to it. And like Amy said, if they're not a fit, like rentals, they aren't a fit for what we do. We get paid like $200. Find a new agent that needs to cut their teeth. Show them the process to do the rentals. They are your go-to rental person. Okay. Now they're going to be able to develop the relationships with the rentees and with the property owner and the buyers. So now they can start building their book of business. If they're on your team, you'll get a cut of all of those different clients because you fed them that business. So that's going to be passive income for you. If it's land deals, go out and make relationships with the local boutique brokers and the big brokers, depending on what they're looking for, and then bring them a la carte what they want to take a look at. Because if you're at a condo developer and a single family home developer, they're two totally different products. And if Matt Johnson is a condo and Amy is single family, I'll say, Amy, how much can you handle right now? Greg, I can handle 10 new builds. Great. I have a project of 12. Why don't we give you 10? And as soon as you get down to 8, you can buy the other 2. You can run with your 12 here. Matt, what are you looking for? And you become kind of a genie in the bottle, putting all the pieces together. And then work through this. But there has to be expectations put up front that, look, 230 listings, I'm sorry. No. We're going to do batches of 10 or 20. We're going to roll them out over the next 18 to 24 to 36 months, and we're going to bring these to the market. And if they had to hit like within 12 months, like they had to hit the market, that's when you go out and you create affiliates and you create an army of agents that are going to follow your brand, get in your tribe, and you get them to start working with what you're going to be laying out there, because you are literally hand feeding them. That's where you bring in Wise Hire, and you go, to the next level of bringing people on as fast as humanly possible that are going to work well with you, and eliminating the people that aren't, keeping the people that are, having them bring friends or family in that can work, in synergy with you, and build your team as fast as humanly possible. But I mean, that's like a wet dream to get 230 of the listings dropping in your pocket in your business, but it's also terrifying at the exact same moment.
Yeah, Amy, did you get into did REO do much back in the day in your area?
Yes, I chose not to focus on those. I did a number of, it was like back in the day, I would have to pre-qualify twice as many sellers as I needed to list, because most of them were upside down. They either did or did not want to do the short sale process. I know I didn't want to do that process, but we were able to come up with the cash so that they could sell. I believe that the more value you add, the more valuable you become. And I'm not one of those churn and burn type people. I'm just making sure that, everybody's serious about selling and that they have the ability to sell. Motivation and ability are the keys with listings. And I would even question, if you have 230 listings and they're not sold, are some of them like overpriced? Are some of them not presented properly? I mean, if it's land, it's land, but how long are these people wanting to keep this land? Because it's costing you time, money, and effort every day it's not sold.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's true.
So.
I agree. Okay. So let's dive into kind of what's some of your favorite, tech and tools so people can leverage themselves and kind of take, especially the first steps. Because we're not talking about building a Jeff Cohn style team of 30 agents. Like, that's way beyond what most people would even want. That's not why a lot of agents got into the business. I think a lot of agents got in to have a business exactly like yours, Amy, where you have the freedom to either pour into other people through teaching, training, coaching, whatever, or maybe it's they want to be able to coach Little League and go to all their church functions, and they just want the freedom to do, let's say 20 hours a week of time. They want the ability to control where that time goes. So how do we help them free up that time?
I think that the best potential start for an agent, a single agent that's thinking about having, you know, more time back in their life, or somebody, because this happened to me, I was hitting 45 deals doing it all myself, and it was too much. And I knew that when I had kids, I wouldn't be able to sustain that. As a single agent, you can do a lot yourself, but there's also a lot that you should be delegating that you shouldn't be doing because it's not dollar productive activities, right? So I think the best first hire or first bit of leverage that any single agent should do is hire a transaction coordinator. I love it because it takes, depending on your vendors that you have in your sale, you've got anywhere between 3 to 8 hours of coordination once you go under contract with a transaction, right? So depending on how many sales you have a year, that's 8 hours times 20, 25, whatever. That's a lot of time. So if you pay a transaction coordinator to do that, you're not paying them a salary, you're paying them a flat fee, $200, $300. They take that off your plate. You're not responsible for paying that fee unless you have a sale that's closing. So it's a cost of sale that you're only paying when it closes. So it's not like you're bringing on overhead and you're starting a team. This is the way to ease into it. And maybe this is all you need. And I think this is all what most agents need. This is all our team needs. I have a buyer's agent and me that does listings. We just have a transaction coordinator.
Yeah, and then you have your network of agents that you refer the deals that aren't right in your lane. You have those lined up, so you can say yes, but talk to my friend over here. And they do that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I love that.
Yeah, and it took a while to find my commercial guy and my investment guy and my person for the West Side and my Kentucky person. But once I found them, I can very quickly do that. And let me tell you, I love to receive a 25% referral check for doing nothing but making a connection.
Yeah.
Like, that's the best money you can make.
Yeah.
Right?
Easiest money, the cheapest money you can possibly ever make. And, something that any of you guys are in California, this is an offer for you. Eileen, my team manager, she will help you guys run your deals. There is a specific cost for her, but she will literally take it from soup to nuts for you. All you have to do is bring the deal. She will run the entire thing for you and bring you in if there's any fires or when you need to negotiate. But she'll handle all the paperwork, all the, the stupid one-off conversations with the other agent, talking with the clients, the whole thing. If you guys ever want to try that, because that will let you get like Amy is talking about, get it back in your lane, bringing in the deals, doing what you're best at and not getting caught in the muck, because that stuff can weigh you down. I mean,
it's awful.
Sean, who is on our EXP team, he just did it, one of his first deals on our team, and Eileen ran the whole deal for him. I talked to him. He's like, Greg, you weren't kidding, bro. Like, she ran everything for me. And I'm like, how did you feel? He's like, it was the best thing I've ever done. The money I paid her, I would pay her again 100 times over, because it's your freedom of time. I mean, Amy, if I said to you, Amy, you just bring me Matt and Julie Johnson, those obese little woodsucking intel troll babies, bring them over to me. I'll run the whole thing for you. You go spend time with your kiddos and your husband and go do your stuff and have fun. I'll bring you in if needed. I'll grab you on the cell. You'd be like, yep, I'm in. I'll take it, because you trust the person. But you have to have the right TC, though. You have to have people that know what they're doing.
You have to trust them. You have to trust them, and part of that is training them properly. You can't just hire someone and expect them to know how to do the job. You got to invest the time in training them correctly so that you trust that they're doing a good job. But you know what? The enemy of this opportunity here is agents like I used to be that are complete freaking control freaks that can't let go of stuff. This is not rocket science. We do not need a rocket scientist to see your closings through, right?
No.
So hire someone. Trust me, if you find the right person and you train them, they'll be better at it than you are. You've got to give up control. And I see so many agents just not willing to give up control of it.
Yeah, just don't hire a drooling Neanderthal and you'll be fine. We actually had one of those. Oh my God, what a sloth!
Oh wow.
She was given to us by our company, our past company, and horrible, all capitals on this. And nothing got done. It was like, it was horrible. And so we had to get rid of her immediately. And Eileen just said, screw it, man, I'll just take it over. I'll just do everything myself. And she started doing the TC work. So we started paying her for the TC work. And that woman, I mean, she's like a trained ninja sniper when it comes to contracts. I mean, she is the best I've ever seen. And I've seen her climb in the back of a Suburban, drive me down Highway 80, turn on her hotspot, knock out a contract for me while I'm showing clients, DocuSign it, send it out to the other agent while I'm still out with the clients, and we send out another couple of contracts while she's going down Highway 80 and spotty parts of internet. I'm like, wow, Navy SEAL status. I mean, that's who you need on your team.
That's impressive.
Well, and I think, Amy, part of what it comes down to is that it's people like Eileen that can come on board and they build the systems themselves and then they run the systems. That's rare. So Eileen is a rare talent, which is exactly why, Greg, you guys, essentially often made her a partner in the team, because she's not just an operations person. She's not just a transaction coordinator. Amy, I think what you get down to when most people won't hire like a transaction coordinator, it's part of it's the unwillingness to give up control, but it's also combined with some of them understand that they can give up the control. What they don't want to do is they don't want to build or document any of the way that they want it done. They don't want to put in the time, whatever they think. And I think people over exaggerate really how much time they need to put in, but there is some time commitment. I mean, you've gone through the process of kind of documenting all your stuff so that you and your staff can do it. So you know what I'm talking about. And there is a time commitment, but there's shortcuts to that, and there's ways to make that easier on yourself too.
Absolutely.
So it doesn't have to be huge.
Yeah, and it takes effort to constantly document what you're doing and constantly be improving your process. And that's something that we're hopeful that might be our next product, is putting together a package of how to have a transaction coordinator. Like, if you've never had one, these are the emails, these are the checklists, this is it. So whether, Agent Matt wants to hire somebody and give it to them, or, you're a individual person that wants to become a transaction coordinator for a bunch of people, you can learn it and then go out there and get real estate agent clients. I mean, I know we've had this conversation before, Matt. I love systematizing things and documenting and and that's really course building. And I know you're good at that too. And it's just doing it once and being consistent about it. Then you just replicate, and a monkey can follow it, right?
Yep.
We can give it to Greg and see how he does.
I was waiting for that comment. I'm like, which one of you is going to make the pop shot?
No. Now you don't have to love systems. Like, I love systems, but part of it is because I understand the link between systems and freedom, and not everybody gets that or even agrees that is the key to freedom. To me, I think it's a pretty informed view based on all the ultra uber successful people that I've talked to. Like, their systems is what sets them free. It's what allows them to plug people in, and the people running their systems at a high level is what gives them the freedom to do things like what Jeff Cohn's doing right now, and like off to South Africa for 3 weeks. Like, how many people can literally take off 3 weeks in the middle of their $1 million business like Jeff can? Well, it's because the systems, and then he's got great people to run the systems, but the systems come first. And I think that's where a lot of people fall down. And there's some easy practical tools. I don't know if you use these at all, but I'll throw these out because we use them in my team. The number one is Trello. So we use Trello for all of our, not only the production systems behind all the podcasts that we produce, but also for projects which is its original intention. So it's great for, you don't have to use it for your deals, because maybe you use something like Dotloop or Skyslope and that works better. Awesome. But Trello is great for like just managing the workflow of your day and your week and your special projects. So we use that a lot. Actually, our entire business kind of runs on that and Google Drive. And then the other thing we use a lot is Voxer. And love Voxer. Like, our entire team, including foreign contractors, are all on Voxer. So we can all just message ourselves, message each other, voice message. We can send each other GIFs. I can bug Greg. We can do whatever we want. We're all kind of on, like, everyone in my tribe is kind of on Voxer now, which has sped up the communications, right? Because it's time shifted, so we're not interrupting each other, but we can have a nearly real time. If I'm free and director of operations James is free and he voice messages me, that's infinitely faster than him sending me the same information in an email, number one, or a text. It's even faster than sending voice messages by text, because I can listen to them in real time as he's talking, and then I can find the answer or he can find the answer, and then we shoot back each other a voice message. So just like there's little things like that that you can find that will speed things up and just make the process of working with somebody like a transaction coordinator a lot faster, and it makes all of our lives easier. I'm curious, Amy, if there's any favorite tools that you have that kind of makes your life easier.
Well, you mentioned Trello. I'm a big fan of everything Google, so I like Google Keep, Keep. That's where I keep all my lists, but I use Trello too with people that use that. I think that we, as the next generation of real estate agents, we don't give enough credit to the online signature opportunities out there. I mean, my mom, and I know Greg's dad, was an old school real estate agent where you'd have somebody dropping off a contract in your mailbox at 11 p.m. at night and have to drive across town to drop it off. I mean, it has completely changed everything to have online signing. I don't know if I would still be in the business if I was still driving around contracts.
No, I remember getting into business almost 19 years ago, and I was ecstatic, and so was everyone else, back when you could get a faxed contract, back when the paper was like really smooth, and like after the time the words would fade. I remember those, and that was a big deal back then. But I mean, back when your mom started, my dad started, and you had to go pick up the keys for the houses from the agents and then drop the contracts off. Oh,
yes,
and then you had to go present every offer in person.
And you were probably sitting in the back seat just like I was, getting driven all over town when I wanted to just go somewhere else because our mom or dad had to go drop off a contract or whatever, It's
so true.
Insane.
That's funny.
It was horrible. But you know what? You and I both got a huge life lesson in business. Now, we thought it was the most, we thought we were being waterboarded as children. But it turned out to be something that was so invaluable for our future businesses, because you get to hear what's going on and listen to the negotiations, listen to the terms, and then you finally get into it. You're like, I know what escrow means. I know what this means. And you're like, oh, how do you not know this, Bob from Remax? I mean, God, you're an idiot. I mean, in reality, we've just been sucking it in for our entire lives. But it was a blessing, but a curse, but a total blessing at the end.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, let's talk about, just for a brief second, the idea of kind of building up this network of other agents who have other specialties, and how do you find the right people that you're comfortable sending people to, and how do you get over the fear? For example, you mentioned you have somebody for the West Side, right? Mm-hmm. I'm assuming this is somebody that's in residential. These are deals that you could probably take.
Right.
There's just deals that you don't want to drive that far for. So how do you find somebody that they could look at you as a competitor and find someone that is going to give service that you're comfortable referring people over to, so that you can stay in your lane?
Well, you have to do it carefully. My main priority in my business is integrity. And the number 2 thing is making sure that anybody that I hire or work with as a vendor, whether it's a painter or another agent, they put the client's best interest before their own. Those are my 2 criteria. So it takes a while to find somebody that meets those needs. And if I don't have the right fit, say on the West Side, if I haven't found somebody that fits my criteria, then either, I know you're going to hate this, but either I will not call the lead back, I'll just let it die, which I have done, or I'll just say I can't help you.
Right.
Yeah,
but I learned over time that if I seek out people, I'll feel a lot better about referring them, and then I really like to get that passive income check back. And so I made it my vacation fund for any referral money that I bring in. So if I bring in $25,000 this year on vacation, we're just going to go to Hawaii for like a freaking month, right?
Nice.
But if you put a goal around it, and so anyways, that's just getting off track a little bit. But, I always tell my clients, come to me for anything. If I'm not the right fit, I will find you somebody that is. And, it's funny, last year I had a Reds player come to me, and he wanted to rent, and he was willing to rent for like $10,000 a month. And I saw dollar signs. I'm like, well, that's an easy $10,000. But what I didn't realize is I'm not used to the leases. I don't know who the leasing agents are. all of that. And it just took too much time and effort. And so I start to explain to my clients, here's the thing. I'm a real estate agent, and real estate agents can do a million things. Consider me like an athlete, okay? I'm an athlete, and I'm a tennis player. And when you ask me to do a commercial deal, that's like asking me to play football. I don't know the rules. I don't know. I'm not going to survive because I don't have the padding, all of that, So that seems to make them understand that that's not my game, but I know the athletes that play that game at a high level, and I will make that connection.
Yeah, that's really good.
You cannot run around and be a jack of all trades. You'll be a master of none in a very, very short amount of time. And when I first got into the business, I tried the whole like land and development thing. I tried the whole commercial thing. I went down. I was telling this to somebody. I went down and paid like the $2,000 to go take the CCIM course, which is essentially like a master's degree in commercial. And I made it to lunch for the first day, and I'm like, fuck this, dude. I'm out. And I'm like, this is way too much math. And I'm like, I eat the $2,000. No.
Same thing for the investor class. I was like, this is way too much math. If I have to bring a calculator, I'm done.
I'm done. I do people and houses. My lender does math. Fuck this. I'm gone. And I walked away, and my girlfriend and I at the time, I'm like, hey, babe, you want to just go play in San Diego for the rest of the weekend? She's like, yeah. I'm like, sweet. Got to go have fun and not think about math. And I never felt bad about it because I wanted to dip my toes in all these different things and see where I'm comfortable. One of my coaching clients, Nikki, she's her husband. Not husband. Her brother is a flipper. And so she's been around the investment side. So she's drawn to that side. And so we talk about it a little bit, but I also tell her, look, I'm not your best coach for this. This is not my playground.
Right.
So you need to go find an investor coach, which she can go talk to my buddy Bo Eckstein, who does flips all day long all over the country. He would be perfect for her. But I mean, you'd be essentially a lot of agents would basically become real estate hoes. We'll go anything for $1.
Right.
And it's the worst thing you can possibly do, because if I go and I'm like, okay, I'll take you over to Burlingame, I'll take you over to San Francisco or Napa or San Jose. I don't know. I need GPS just to get to the city. I can't tell you if it's a good area, good investment, bad part of town, good part of town. I can't tell you that. So take the 25% like you're talking about. It's the easiest money. You pick up this thing. It's called a phone. Amy, it's Greg. What up, home cheese? Yeah, I got a lead for you. I'll send the referral doc over. Great. The client's name is Matt. They need a single story because they can't do 2 stories. The kids fall through the floor. It's horrible. But I mean, it's just all you guys on the podcast that listen to this, both of them simultaneously were just shaking their head like, fucking idiot.
I was just waiting for you to go way down the rabbit hole of just how fat my kids are.
Nice.
No, but I mean, it is the easiest thing to do, the referral thing, but it allows you to stay in your lane in your neighborhoods. You need to be, in air quotes, the expert. You need to know what people are having for dinner on these different streets that you specialize in, because once you know those people intimately, then you're going to be trusted, and they're going to come to you for referrals. You send out cards, use any other method that you can to build that trust consistently instead of just being all over the place. It does nothing for you or the clients. You don't think that it does the best. Well, I'm hands-on. I'm just going to work everywhere. No, please.
Well, and that's the difference between scarcity and abundance. And it takes experience to know that you don't want to do that. Yes, sometimes you just have to learn the hard way on that one.
Well, even Matt, in your podcast business, I mean, in the beginning, a couple of years ago, I mean, you were looking for more podcast, clients when you were just getting it off the ground, and I was bringing you people all the time. I mean, and you're like, don't want to work with this person, don't want to work with this person. I'm like, why not? They make money. You're like, I want to stay in my lane, my vertical. This is the people I want to talk to. I mean, the funniest one I ever brought you was a pickup artist.
Yes, you did.
And you verbally
legitimately brought me a pickup artist who wanted to teach guys how to pick up girls.
Oh my gosh, where did you get coaching from him, Greg?
I did, and it's paying off. It is paying off. Public humiliation. Amy, thank you very much.
That's right.
Any day.
Oh, my God. I love it.
Actually, one of these books I was talking about, I was a big fan of a couple of guys who read a lot, and I actually, my brother recommended this to me. The Game, it's all about pickup artists. As you can tell, this book has never, ever been opened. But it's really thick for some reason.
That's right. If anybody wants that book, it's in perfect condition. Just email Greg.
It really is. It's in perfect condition.
Has not been read.
Did I see the word penetrating on there, on the cover there?
Yeah, penetrating the secret society of pickup artists. Yes, they use very interesting verbiage on here just to get people's attention. You're like,
nice pictures. Yep.
Oh,
yeah.
Man,
Hey,
funny.
well, you got to keep it real. I mean,
That's
gangster
right.
style. Everybody who's thug life in real estate, they got the game. Stupid.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, let's quickly change the subject. So, Amy, this is something I wanted to talk about with you because I think you are on the right track with the way that you've branded your team and kind of how that fits into the bigger picture for you. So let's talk about kind of branding your face versus branding the name. Obviously, we come from an industry where people are, for the most part, used to primarily branding their face. We got our faces on every sign. We got our faces on our business cards. You don't do any of that. So what's your approach to it, and why did you choose not to do that?
I don't know why I chose to take my picture off the sign. Maybe I just didn't want to keep it updated. And I see so many people have their incorrect pictures on their signs and that kind of thing. But I just really, I have what I think is kind of a cool logo that I wanted to represent me and our team and keep everything simple. Keep it simple. So that's what we have on our cards and everything. And I really despise business cards as well. I try not to, give them out or have them or ask for them because business is social these days. And I mean, I don't have your card, Matt Johnson, but I can still get a hold of you. I know how to get you. I know how to get Greg. I've never had your business cards, right?
Yep.
Do you have one?
Matt's card. I can give you Matt's card with his phone number on it, his true phone number.
All right. Put it down, Greg.
But, a lot of what I do, Matt, is I do a lot of video in my business. So I do video automations, video emails, video marketing updates, all of that. So truly, when you see my emails come across as a client, it's got my logo, which is behind me, I just noticed, my logo, my company logo, and then there's a picture of me with a play button on it, right? So they're seeing my face on things that they can continue to get value from. That's my thing, is to use the video, that interactive image. And if they choose to not watch the video and they delete it, that's fine. They still got the message. Amy sells real estate and she's smiling. Move on. Give her a referral, whatever that is, just stay in front of them.
Yeah.
So that's my picture.
Right. That's your version of it. And I think if anyone's willing, or if anybody is looking to build kind of a long-term sustainable business, especially if they want to build any sort of a team, it would be better for it not to be based entirely around your picture, to brand your face, right? You want to brand, nothing wrong with branding your name, especially if it's the Amy B experience, right? That's right off the bat tells them like, hey, you don't necessarily get me. It's from me. It's from Amy B.
Right.
But you might work with my buyer specialist, you might work with me, you might work with our transaction coordinator. Like that gives them an idea that, hey, this is an experience that I have constructed for you. That doesn't mean I'm going to be the one that holds your hand every step of the way, and that's okay. I think people get that now. But I do like the idea of pouring yourself into a brand name and then promoting the brand name rather than promoting the face, because promoting the face doesn't give you any freedom. They expect you. They expect to get you.
Right.
9 o'clock at night, on the weekends, whatever. Like if all of your branding is poured into your face, they expect the face. That's who they want to work with. If it's poured into the team name, then that's different. Or it's poured into, hey, this is the experience that we deliver, and we deliver it as a team. Then it's a lot easier to hand them off to your transaction coordinator at the end. I think that's another thing agents struggle with is, well, how do I hire someone to take over this transaction for me when they're under contract? Well, it shouldn't have been a big deal because they should have been told about it from the very start. And if you do, it's not hard. If you spring it on them, then and you told them the whole time you were available and call me anytime and all this other stuff that agents are trained to tell people, then yeah, they're going to have an issue. But don't say that next time.
Yeah, I don't say I'm here 24/7. I don't. I work 7:30 to 4:30 Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
Unless I have to negotiate a contract, but I'm not advertising that. And I think that's a big mistake that a lot of agents make. And then, like you were just saying, future pacing or setting expectations at the beginning. As a listing agent, we do, a meeting where we set the expectation. As a buyer's agent, we do a buyer consultation where we set the expectation. If you're not doing that, shit's going to unravel on you at the end.
Yeah.
So set it up, tell them what's going to happen, and then make sure it does. And it's no problem.
Yeah. Very cool. I love it.
Back when I first started, I would literally tell everybody, hey guys, I am here literally 24/7, 365. My phone, if I don't pick up my phone, it's either dead or I'm asleep, and I'll call you back as soon as I wake up or I charge the phone. People took it to heart. They literally took that to heart and would call me, at all hours of the day, every single day. There was no downtime. You wear out very, very quickly. You wear out when it's something to that level. And so I think I love where the conversation is going about setting expectations, and then just saying, look, I work from this time to this time. And when I finally burned out of that, and I saw her, I freaked out. I'm like, I'm done. I don't work weekends. If you don't like it, go work with Matt. And as soon as they said that, I've lost 0 clients. And if I didn't want them, if they didn't respect that, I don't want to work with them, because I would say, look, it's my family time. And yeah, family time can mean a variety pack to different people. My family time can be snuggling on my couch watching Netflix. I mean, that's family time. I'm my family. But if you shake your head, nod your head, and be like, that's my family time, you can understand, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, I can totally get that. Because if they don't, well, fuck them. Goodbye. No, I'm not going to work with someone who doesn't respect me as a human being. Because you need that respect. Real estate agents already have a bad enough persona. I mean, we already have the sleaziness around it. So if you take control of your environment, people will respect that type of attitude. And it's scary. It is scary to say, I just don't work on weekends. Now, do I work on weekends? Of course I do. I mean, if they have to get in the house, or if I have to step up and do an open house, but they'll call you, and this is exactly what will happen. They'll call you and they'll do this. Hi, Greg. Yeah. I know you don't work on the weekends. I know. But we have this one house. We really want to see it. Could you show us? Okay. But I'll say to them, yeah, I'll show it to you, but I'm wearing my shorts and my flip-flops and I have my baseball hat on. I hope that's cool. Oh, we're dressed the same way. It's totally cool. Oh, it's totally cool. And then the conversation goes, and I set the precedence that I'm not always going to be dressed up for them either. I'm a very low-key guy. I mean, I hardly ever wear shoes anymore. I mean, it's fantastic. I mean, I have to all wear shoes, but it's just my style. And people who resonate with me will understand that. Last year, my client, I told him I was casual. He's like, that's cool, bro. Just show up. I showed up and I had khaki shorts on, a polo, and like Vans tennis shoes. He's like, he looked at me legitimately and goes, gives me the up and down look. Like, bro, like, where are the board shorts? I thought you said you were casual.
That's awesome. I have never once said that to you, Greg. I look at you up and down and go, can you please put on some pants? For the love of God.
Yeah, when I travel with you, I just wear no pants everywhere we go. Don't give people that idea. That's a horrible mental image.
That is a horrible mental image. Thank you for implanting that in all the minds of our viewers and listeners. Okay, Amy, let's shift to a much more fun topic. So you've been working on there's a big announcement that you have. Let's put it that way. I'll leave it up to you to actually announce what you would like to announce.
Oh my gosh, I haven't even thought about it. So about a year ago in July, I was at a retreat in Tahoe, and I decided I'm going to write a book. And then I drug my feet and drug my feet and drug my feet. And now, guess what? A book is going to come out with my name on it in July. So I'm really excited. Awesome. Yeah, I'm excited, and I kind of can't believe it. And I probably will cry when I actually see it. But yeah, it's called The Playbook for Success. And it's geared towards real estate agents that want to be able to succeed in business and life. You can do it. You don't have to work 24/7. It's just basic common sense tips that maybe some agents have never heard or don't even know that they can do, right? So that they can build a business and have a life at the same time, and they're not constantly being led by their business.
So what was the catalyst for you writing the book? I mean, what was that aha moment at Tahoe? I mean, why did that, what struck you at that moment? Like, that's it, I'm doing it.
Well, I didn't know what I was going to write it about last July. I just knew I was going to write a book because my teacher in high school told me I was a terrible writer and I wouldn't amount to anything. So I'm going to find her and give her my book.
You know what we need to do? You need to get a copy of the book, the first one off the presses, and just write in there, "Hi, Mrs. Blah blah blah. What now, bitch? Amy B."
I'll find her. I'll get her a book.
That's awesome.
But I mean, the topic of the book just came from me reading all these things from agents that are so frustrated, and even local agents that, I mean, I had lunch with a woman that I felt like was on a trajectory that I was on here in Cincinnati, and she quit the business and went and took a salary job to be a travel agent. And I'm like, why'd you do that? And she was like, I just didn't like working 24/7 all the time. And I didn't like my clients, and they were awful, and, you know, calling me all times of the day and night. And I'm thinking, you could do something about that instead of just leaving a business that you built for 10 years. But I think a lot of people don't know how to do it, right? Are you taking our picture?
I did. I had to prove to someone that I was actually on the podcast right now. They're like,
oh, nice.
And I'm like, see, bitch, I'm on the freaking podcast. Damn it, leave me alone. I will get you in a second. I'm really excited for you, Amy. We've known each other. We actually got to meet in San Francisco. I think it was last year, right? Or time flies so
August.
fast.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
We had to sit down and actually meet face to face. And Beverly, Balance was there. Beverly B, and that was a lot of fun. And the reason why I wanted you to come back on the show with us is because I honestly respect you, and I think that you do tremendous work. Yes, I joke around a lot on the podcast, but I mean, you really do bring a ton of value, and people like you, you have a real heart for the agents, and you really want to show them kind of what to do, how to do it. And so I think that the book that you're writing or have written when it comes out, it's not going to be a fluff piece. I highly doubt it's going to be a fluff piece.
No. It's
going to be hard hitting, actionable tactics that you can put into your business. And if you guys actually listen to what she has to say, I 100% back her that what you guys are going to get out of this is what you're going to put into it. But she's put her heart and soul into this book. So if and when you go buy it, you better go buy it. Every one of you fuckers better go buy it if you want to better your business. And when you do it, use it as a textbook. I mean, just as Amy was so kind, I've used the game as my textbook for my future betterment. To better your business.
Thank you, Greg, for making sure that Amy cannot pull this video out and actually use it in any public way as an endorsement of her. Because until then, you had a really nice testimonial video going that she could have pulled out that clip and used it on her site, and then not so much.
Hey, it's from the heart, buddy. It's from the heart.
That's right. I'm sure it is.
She poked fun of me in the game. I had to give it back. But it's really serious. Go get it, guys.
So, Amy, how do people stay connected with you and learn more about you, and then keep up in touch with you so that they know when the book is launched?
Yeah, so amyb.com is my website for coaching and training, and you can do a /courses to get more information on the courses. And if you would like Greg is going to have a heart attack, I'll give you, anybody watching this, a free copy of an ebook when it comes out. I'll give you the ebook for free. If you want the physical book in your hand so that you can show it around like Greg likes, I'll give you a link for that too. And you can buy it the day it comes out at a discount. So all you have to do is go to amyb.com /REUBOOK, book. Just a landing page, put in your email, and then as soon as I have the ebook ready, I'll send you a copy of the ebook. And or if you really want a physical book, you can use my link to Amazon to get a copy of the physical book. And I mean, we always have such a great time, and I always get so many people on this podcast request the bonus material that I share. I mean, like every time I do this, like 200+ people asking for the material. I know, Greg, one of your favorites is 75 ways to use video in your business. That's like, it used to be on your wall.
I still carry that thing around. It's in here. It's in my drawer right here in one of my Hobbit pads. I still bust that thing out. I mean, it is a legit.
Good ideas.
Are you still giving them away? Are you still giving that away?
If they have an old version of whatever I gave that away on, it's still getting hits every week that people are requesting that. So, because you guys keep your podcast on there, and I've kept all of those landing pages open. So anytime I give a bonus, tons of people request it. So again, this is not ready today, but if you put your email in, when I get it, I will send an email out to you with the information. And that's just for Real Estate Uncensored people.
Yeah.
The REU tribe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Hashtag.
Hopefully that was that too. Who do I give credit to? Was that Paul Franklin that came up with that hashtag?
Yeah, now I'm putting it on everything I can. But Amy, can I please be able to put gasoline on the game, burn it, and will you send me your knowledge bombs signed by the author? Can I have a signed copy?
I will.
Copy.
I'll send you guys both a signed copy.
Yeah. Seriously, guys, go get the 75 ways to use video. It is really good stuff. If you've been stuck with how to use video, go get it. It will open your mind up to all kinds of new ways to use video. I mean, Amy's not kidding. Like, I have it like underlined and highlighted and circled and circles next to stuff that I really like. It was good stuff. I downloaded it as soon as I was able to. Anyways.
Awesome. Well, Greg, let's talk about how people can connect with you and why in the world they'd want to do that.
Because I'm a nice guy, Matt. Despite what you say, I'm a nice guy. I have a big heart, you little rock of coal heart man over there. Anyways, guys, you can go to bookmcdaniel.com. Book 30 minutes with me. I know a lot of you guys don't think I actually really do want to talk to you, but I actually do. You're confusing me with the Johnson. I want to talk to you about EXP. I want to talk to you about our overall EXP team around the country, around the globe as we expand from Canada to everywhere else. What a player. Picture in there over there. Yeah. But it is a great way for you guys to get some time to talk. EXP is exploding. We just crossed 12,000 agents, guys. We have 3,200 in the queue coming on right now still. They are absolutely exploding. Amy's pointing to her EXP sticker right there. She's part of the Cool Kid Club hashtag. But I want you guys to do it. We have a huge value add behind everything. Matt's doing something now. Cool. What's up, play? But yeah, we got masterminds, we have teaching products, we have coaching, group coaching, we have individual coaching, we have, Matt will advise you on, different coaches if you want them, or different products if you want to try stuff, or how to formulate a team. We want to make you guys the most profitable, valuable group that you can possibly be by the people we're running with, like Amy, with the stuff that she's given to our tribe, hashtag RU tribe. Thank you, Paul Franklin. That's what we want to do for you on our EXP. So bookmcdaniel.com, book 30 minutes with me. Let's talk. Join our crew. Matt, we need a bow color.
Oh, well, we have to do. I believe Amy B's lovely logo there is it a pinkish red? Is it a dark pink? Yes.
This is a red.
It's a red. Okay.
Like
just
real red.
Like a lipstick red.
Lipstick red. There we go. That is the color of the bow that we need to place upon this episode, Greg. Lipstick red.
Lipstick red. Neither of us, you and I have no idea what that means, but it sounds awesome.
That's right.
All right, guys. Hey, you know what? Amy, you are absolutely amazing. I truly value your friendship.
Greg, you are amazing. And so are you, Matt. Thank you for the opportunity. I greatly appreciate it. And I always have such a good time.
Even though we pick on each other like brothers and sisters, it makes it even more fun. Because we're going to keep bringing people like Amy onto the show, bringing content to you guys 3 days a week. We've done it for 3.5 years at this point. We are not going to stop. We love it. We love making you guys as knowledgeable and as profitable as humanly possible. You know what? If you guys want to, share this out with somebody. Give us a 5-star review on iTunes, please. That'll put it in front of more people. And just know that from me and Matt and from all of our guests, we love you guys, we value you guys, and we want to see you guys not just survive, we want to see you thrive. Till next time, peace out, ninjas. We gone.